Hello, let's play the Netflix puzzled Starstruck for June 24th. We'll do the easy, then the hard. Easy's called Rattlesnake. All right, the way we play this game is in each row, each column, and each colored region, we're placing exactly one star. We also can't let stars touch each other, even diagonally. All right, so we can start with this green. There's going to be a star here or a star here, which is going to be in this row. So it removes the rest of the row. But before we move on, I just want to point out that this is a formation you'll see a lot. So if you're very new to the game, you may not know this, but it also eliminates these two and the two above it because stars aren't allowed to touch. And wherever the star is in here, it would touch these two and it would touch these two. So those are out as well. Now, that's not important in this particular puzzle because we just immediately place the one in brown and that would get rid of those two anyway. That lets us immediately place in yellow. Orange is in one of these two. That eliminates the rest of that column. Red is down to just one. That means gray is down to just one. Orange is down to one. I have a way forward. I don't know. Well, okay, so blue is down to one of these three. This one always sees them, right? It touches these two and it shares a row with this one. And that means indigo is down to just these two, which eliminates that one. Now, if you think about it, since indigo is down to one of these two, this one will always touch that star. It'll touch this one, it'll touch that one. So it can't be in. That places this one, and our final one in green. All right. That demonstrated some neat stuff. There may have been some easier ways forward. I don't guarantee an optimal path, just a fun one. Or at least I can explain it. I don't know if they're fun. Let's go back to the hard and do order and chaos. All right, another one of these ladder ones. These are always pretty difficult. Well, not always, but often are. Now, this bottom row is only purple, so the rest of purple's out because there's going to be a star in the bottom row. This is an L shape. It gets rid of that one and that one. Okay, we can line up the left three columns. So the logic here is that there are exactly three columns, so there'll be exactly three stars, one per column. But we know that orange, yellow, and gray are each going to place a star, and they're going to place a star to the right of this line because they don't exceed that line. They can't get to the left of it, so they're going to place a star to the right of it. And so that's all three of our stars. So if you're not orange, yellow, or gray, you are not allowed to put a star in those three columns. You'd be a fourth star. All right, and so did that help any of these? Can we do a line up here? Not really. Line up here, yes. So the top three rows also line up. Here's one, here's two, here's three. So the green can't, oops, moving my color tool around. The green can't place there, and neither can the yellow. All right, and so now yellow's down to one of these three. That eliminates this guy, for what it's worth. I'm sure that'll do it. Maybe we have more lineups here. Blue's down to just two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Actually, what am I seeing here? No, because purple's at the bottom. That's what messed me up. I'm not seeing anything useful. These four. 1, 2. No, not really. These four. It's like barely not. Just a square here. It feels like the square is being used for lineups, but as far as I can tell, it's not. Except for the top three rows we already did. I've got this here, which actually I don't think it does anything, but like looking at almosts can be helpful, right? Like yellow's definitely between these lines. Red is maybe, right? The only other way is if it's not in between those two lines, the only other place it could be is right here. So either all of these get eliminated or we place a star right there. But unfortunately, this star doesn't poke in and eliminate any of these also. And we can't include another row. That doesn't help at all. I mean, blue would then be almost in. So actually, we could do that. So if we, I guess I could have just cleared. Anyway, if we draw the lines here, we now need 3 stars. This is 1, this is 2, and then blue is maybe the third. If it wasn't, have to be right there. And maybe I was seeing that wrong. No, I wasn't seeing it wrong. It eliminates this one. Why? Because if all 3 of these are true, if the blue star is up here, we're eliminating all of this. Every single one of these gets eliminated. Right? That's the huge lineup. The only other option is to place a star right there, in which case we don't know what's lining up, but it still eliminates that one. So, yeah, the smallest possible deduction in the most complex way, but there we go. That's not in. Does that help? Actually, that helps this column quite a bit. In fact, we could have done something different maybe, but well, that's interesting that that works so well. This column's down to just these 2, so let's just do that for now and not worry about that more complex thing. So we're down to these 2. It works just like a 2-cell region. Now it's going to remove the rest of gray. How did that happen? How did it end up just these 2? Oh, is what? Did I remove this? What removed that yellow? What removed that yellow? These 2 got out somehow in one step. Oh, the line up here did it. Okay, and that line up here then made these 2 line up, right? Now we're down to these 2, which also eliminates those 2. Okay, I was confused how that happened, but I don't know that it's any easier to see that that one's out. That seems like a really important deduction to me. There's another deduction you can make though, which is that this is kind of more typical to use. Is that I'm trying to give alternate ways to. I'm not sure if that's an intended step or not. We're trying to figure out if it is. It's like, sorry, maybe I'm not drawing the right thing here. This is causing me issues. Maybe we do have to use that. Okay, well, what did we just eliminate? A bunch of these grays. We know these line up. We eliminated these 2. There may not be something else to do here. You know, it's a valid thing. We're gonna use this line up here, this almost, right? This just can't be in because either these line up, eliminating it, or it touches the one place that prevents them from lining up. So that's out, and that places this gray, and that places the yellow and the orange, and this red. Green's in one of these 2. That eliminates this one for being in the same row and touching, for what it's worth. Oh, blue is placed. That's great. Green now is only one place. Indigo's in one of these 2. That's going to eliminate that one. One of these 2, or one of these 2 for the row, one of these 4. Oh, we're down to one of these 2. That eliminates these 2. So now purple's down to this one, which places that one. Brown and indigo, and we're done. All right. I mean, that felt like, honestly, a really important step, so I don't know if that was it. I got a request to solve the 20th, and normally I don't take requests to go back and solve vacation puzzles, but I got 2 requests to solve the 20th. So I will do that if I can figure out how to get to the archive. Can we do it this way? Okay, well, sorry, I can't do the 20th. I thought I was going to do it, but I'm not going to do it on mobile, so especially not in this video. All right, well, how'd you do?